Hey, what's up everybody? Most of the knives on the table are illegal in California, but we don't care. We're talking about it today at New Knives. First knife on the table, although illegal in California, is made in California. We have the newly revamped Microtech TR2. So I've been working at Blade HQ for 5 years and change now, 4 years and change, 4.5 years, 5 in June. It's been a while. I've been working at Blade HQ for the better part of 5 years now, and the TR2 was out when I started, but it kind of stopped being out shortly thereafter. They never formally discontinued it, but they did bring it back just now at the end of 2023 with some new upgrades. So the big elephant in the room is this MagnaCut blade. Very nice blade steel, great toughness, edge retention, corrosion resistance, all of the above. Very nice pocket clip with that deep carry flush fit like Microtech does so well, and then that Type 3 hardcoat anodized aluminum handle with some new texturing. The TR2 is one of the original of the Microtech lineup. So they had the TR1, which was the Tanto version, and the TR2, which was this, and the TR3, which has probably been their best-selling knife of all time. But the TR2 is back, and I'll tell you, the design of the TR2 never looked especially pretty to me, but it feels pretty. The ergonomics of this knife are dialed in so well, and Microtech makes it so nicely as well. And because they've been doing it for so long and they know how to do it so well, it goes for $225, a very competitive price for a good quality USA-made automatic. Next up, we have a new exclusive from CIVIVI. You've seen the Qubit before, and this one's got this beautiful purple anodized aluminum handle and an upgraded blade steel. We got CPM S35VN on this one. So S35VN is a bit of an upgrade from the Nitro V in my opinion. The Nitro V offers a great balance of toughness and edge retention and ease of sharpening. This one's gonna trade in that ease of sharpening for much better edge retention, but without sacrificing the toughness. In fact, if you ask Laren Thomas what was the best balanced steel before MagnaCut, he would have told you S35VN, which I think is high praise, and I'm really happy to see it on this CIVIVI Qubit going for $89.25. It has come to my attention that more than half of you people watching this video are not subscribed to Blade HQ, and that hurts my feelings. So, I invite you, please subscribe to Blade HQ so you can get all the coolest knife content available on the World Wide Web, and let's get back to the video. What I love about the knife industry is while the rest of the world has been really feeling the hurt of inflation, the knife industry for some reason hasn't. We're getting better materials, better build quality at cheaper prices than ever, and it is awesome. And this is nowhere more evident than on these new Microtechs. This is the new LUDT. So I'll tell you about the Microtech a little here first. First of all, this one's got the M390 MK, so their special variant of M390. A very nice aluminum handle that's a little bit bigger than the old LUDT with these traction inserts and then the same pocket clip that's available on the SOCOM series. So it's a very strong pocket clip with very overbuilt screws all over it. Just a really rugged, tactical automatic. And these are going for $269. So I went and did some research. They made some claims about this in their video and I wanted to do some digging into it. The regular LUDT, the Gen 2 is what they have right now. This is the Gen 3. The regular LUDT goes for about $265. So for $4 more, you're getting a bigger knife, a fancier blade steel, you're getting a traction insert, you're getting a lot of extra stuff going on, but it didn't increase the price. How is that? It's because they have really upgraded their machining practices to be more efficient. And I'll tell you, if I was Microtech, I would say, you know what, I make a dang good product, I'm making it better now, I'm gonna up the price. But they didn't say that. They looked at their costs for machining because it's cheaper and easier now than ever, and they said, you know what, we're gonna pass our savings on to the customer. So it costs the same as the Gen 2, but you were getting some significant upgrades. And that is the same as going on with the Hera II. This is one of the new OTFs. They have this one and the Combat Troodon. I didn't have one of those handy. But yeah, M390 MK, and this is my favorite thing about this. You see any hardware on this? Like there's this that is a, I don't know, maybe a T25 or a T30 or something that runs here. I have no idea how you disassemble this thing, but like what an interesting piece for machining. Just, how did they do it? How did they assemble it is what I wanna know. And then the other cool thing is look at this milling on the inside of the slide here. That reduces the friction and allows for a little bit more lubrication to take force. And it makes this action just effortlessly easy to run. So, Microtech, well done, and I'm very excited to see what's coming next. These ones are going for $474. So here's the thing with Microtech as of late. The first of their sort of like modern made, but honestly economical knives was the MSI that came out this year. And what we saw with that is instead of making a whole ton of them and then dropping them in one giant lump like a lot of other brands will do, they'll make their batch and then they'll send it out to the customers and to the brands like us. And that is really great. However, it means that we get a lot of small drops that sell out like that. So if you want one of these new Microtechs, like me, I want this LUDT bad, then get on the wish list and you'll be notified every time we get one of those little drops. Don't fret if it sells out immediately. We'll be getting a few more in not too long. And eventually everybody who wants one will get one and we'll be able to have them in stock, but it takes a while because Microtech makes really, really good knives. And last on the table is we have the Kansept knives Loki. And I saw this one and I was like, that texture is something else. So they're calling it a frag texture, but I was looking at that, I'm like, that's just gonna eat your pocket clip alive. Excuse me, your pocket alive, because your pocket clip lands perfectly on one of the squares. So it's not gonna chew your pocket too much, but it's gonna hold enough. So your jeans won't look like mine at the end of the day. But it does have that texture that really holds your hand nicely, especially in these bottom 3 fingers. And for all you gun folks out there, you know that oftentimes you want your trigger pull to be very smooth and consistent, which means the thing that's holding onto your gun is those 3 fingers. And you have plenty of muscle there, and that way you have a very comfortable grip that your index finger is a little bit more free for a little more control. You're not like shaking your gripping so hard, but right in those 3 fingers where a lot of your grip force comes from is a very nice texture that holds your hand to the knife just great. And is that not just a beautiful design? I really like it. Some of my coworkers aren't exactly jiving with this thumb hole. It's a little bit different. I personally like it because it's very flickable. I think that might be the easiest way to open this knife, but yeah. Kansept Loki going for $166.89. Anyway, that's new knives for the week. We are coming down very close to the wire for the end of the year, and next year there's gonna be so much awesome stuff coming. So make sure you're subscribed to Blade HQ, and you can see all the new stuff as it comes. And with that, we'll see you next time.